from Super.
두 번째로 8강에 진출한
advanced
서성민
the round of
선수를 만나러 나와 있습니다. 우리 뚝심의 서성민 선수 축하드립니다.
Congratulations.
이렇게 최종전까지 거치면서 8강에 진출 성공하셨는데
네.
심적인 부담감이 굉장하셨을 것 같아요.
네.
어떠셨어요?
Did you feel any pressure? Did you feel nervous?
처음에 제가 오늘은 전체적으로 경기를 그렇게 썩 잘한 편이 아니어가지고
I don't think I performed well
동영이한테
today, actually.
두 번째 제가 이겼다고 생각한 게임을 지고 나서 멘탈이 그때부터 나와가지고 좀
I know they
힘든
actually
것 같아요.
won the second set with Leenock, but ended up losing it.
첫 번째 경기부터는
This is the game where he lost his 3 Colossi,
Right,
and my
yeah.
mentality went down after this.
그때부터는
Definitely had an advantage that game.
찾아가셨나요?
그래도 동족전이라서 빌드 싸움만 이기자는 생각 때문에 일단 첫 순위가 빌드
It was
싸움
PvP.
이기자여가지고
So the build was really important, and I wanted to actually have the better builder. I wanted to win the battle of the builds, basically, you know, get that advantage early on.
굉장히 많은데
네.
마지막 경기 하지상 선수의 경기에서 회전 목마
네.
거신으로 역장을 밟고 가는 플레이 정말 그 신선했었는데
네.
그런 것들을 좀 미리 준비를 했었나요?
미리 준비한 건
In the merry-go-round game, you actually crushed the force fields with your Colossus.
더블도 더 빨리 먹고 활성화가 더 빠른 거예요. 그래서
I went into the Nexus a lot faster than my opponent,
제거한 다음에 그냥 타이밍 밀어봤는데
so he knew that he had the timing to actually go over there
이렇게 뚫린 게 아니라 진짜
with
그
those extra minerals
호란이
and
1초
that
자신이
advantage he
멀티가
had
빠르다는
to
걸
push
생각을 하고
through.
그런 것들을 다 활용을 한 거잖아요.
네.
서성민 선수가 잘한 거죠.
감사합니다.
네, 마지막
And
경기 때 어땠어요?
basically saying you're really good. He said thanks.
500까지 넘어가던데.
아 네.
네.
Then your last set, you went all the way up to 500 APM.
그 느낌도
와우.
있는 것 같고요.
떨렸죠?
그냥, 네, 되게 많이 떨렸. 보는 순간 아 맞기만 하자 이 생각 때문에.
He says he feels like his heartbeat went really high as well. I don't know if it was 500 beats per minute, but getting
상대도
close.
분명히 떨렸던 것 같아요. 움직임을 보니까.
근데
Just really happy he was able to defend when he saw that proxy. That's how he defended with that
네.
fast APM. That heartbeat was racing, but he still did it.
그 타이밍에 500의 손놀림이 뭐 할 게 있나요?
딱히 할 건 없는데
네.
그냥 뭐 컨트롤 집중하고.
Well, why'd you go? Your APM go high? He's like, well, it's not really for anything specific, but it was just microing, you know.
서성민 선수의 심장 박동수로 제가
Yeah.
알고 있겠습니다.
네.
알겠습니다.
Just clicking a lot with his micro.
It was like
이렇게
too much.
최종전까지
Yeah.
두 번, 세 번에 걸쳐서 8강 진출에 성공하셨잖아요.
네.
뒤돌려차기로 8강에 진출하셨다면 8강은 이제 무조건 앞차기예요. 보여주셔야죠.
앞차기요?
8강전 각오 한 말씀 부탁드릴게요.
8강에서 오늘은 좀 비록 좋은
So
경기력은
how are your thoughts going
아니었지만
to round of 8? Well,
그래도 8강 가게 됐으니까
I haven't really been performing
8강에서
that
더
well
좋은
today
경기력으로
specifically, but in the future he's going to be trying to show some better matches
8강에서도 이제
and I'll be
4강까지
practicing
진출하고
very, very
있어가지고
hard
목표로
for the
우리도
upcoming matches in the
하겠습니다.
round of 8.
네,
His goal
서성민 선수 8강 진출
is
다시
to
한번
go to
진심으로
the finals
축하드립니다.
and win the whole thing.
Wow.
네, 이렇게 저희는
Excellent.
고인규 해설과 함께 A조에서 두 번째로
It'd be crazy
8강에
if Super made
진출한
it.
서성민 선수를
This is
함께
he
만나봤습니다.
really went through the trial today, the
He did.
ultimate trial,
He went all the way.
playing all 3 matchups. Let's recap this.
Do this, man.
Terminator beats Fantasy, then Leenock beats Super. So we have that starting things off. Leenock playing incredibly well, then beats Terminator, and advances playing 2 ZVPs. He played so well. He didn't have any trouble in the group. Then you look at Super, was able to beat Fantasy in a tough match that went to Game 3 as well. And then in the final match, he had to defend crazy all in. You know, he tried to proxy and failed, still was able to recover. I mean, he played all 3 matchups, playing
What a day, man.
the PVZ at first, losing it, then winning both a PVT and then a PvP.
Fantastic work from the winners today. There's some really interesting games, and yeah, my favorite was Leenock versus Super. Very action-packed, very back and forth.
You know, I feel like Fantasy just has a few tweaks to making his plays looking really good these days.
He looks fantastic. I'd love to see a little bit more variation in his build orders, more than anything else, I think.
You know, a lot of these Brood War Terrans love to just be robotic, man.
They definitely have that robotic mindset. I mean, looking at Innovation and Flash and those guys, they all like to just work at what they know.
I feel sad that Terminator lost by trying to do an all-in that failed. I feel like when that happens, I mean,
Well, he was doing it
it's his own fault,
previous game as well, man.
quote-unquote, right? But I hate to see a player go out like that. It just always feels like you didn't really get to see their full potential.
Yeah.
But our match for next week, you and Valdez will be casting this one. We got Stats versus Classic and Life versus Hero in Group
Oh,
B.
man.
Your favorite group, right?
That's my favorite group. Unless it becomes all PvP, then maybe not. But so long as Life is still in there, mixing things up, it should be a lot of fun to watch.
Well, for you guys I'm going to be going on vacation for a few weeks, so I'm going to be gone.
Yep.
You guys hold down the fort well without me.
We'll take
I'll be
good care of
watching.
it, mate. Don't you worry.
And we'll definitely be enjoying watching all those games. I'll be staying up late like the old days back when I lived in Atlanta. I had to wake up at 6 a.m. for GSL.
Yep.
Still bought subs, even though I had very little money. But,
well said.
but guess what, guys? If you don't want to buy subs, first of all, you should do it because you want to support Korean StarCraft 2, especially at the SSL. It's pretty cheap. And also, you can get source quality if you subscribe.
Quality. Yeah, man, it looks sexy.
Still pretty high quality if you don't. Here are our next Pro League matches, by the way, which you should also subscribe to and follow the channel for. It's going to be MVP versus Samsung on the 19th and CJ Entis versus Jin Air. Can't wait for those entries to come out tomorrow. The lineups will be released.
They should be a lot of fun, too.
MVP versus Samsung should be really close, and then CJ and Jin Air are looking on top of the world right now.
Yeah, that's just going to be a colossal fight, man. No, it's going to be really interesting to see the lineups tomorrow.
It's like so sick that CJ Entis and Jin Air is the second match as well. Just feel like you build up the tension to that moment.
Yeah, dude. No, it's going to be a great week next week. Though I'm going to miss you, man.
I'm going to miss you too. We'll have to stay in touch, play some games
I'll cacao
together.
you, man. We'll play some Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time.
That we will. All right, guys. It's been a great day of the SSL here. Thanks to Naver for sponsoring this awesome tournament. And I'll see you guys when I get back. But until then, have a great night. And we'll see you guys next week here on this, this stream at this studio for Pro League. I'm Proxy Wolf on Twitter. He's Moonglade AU. Have a great night.